It's 8:14 in the morning on Tuesday, the 2nd of February. And I just dropped off my load, waiting to get a new assignment. See what happens. I'm at a lumber yard. It's a pretty good size one. This is Eagleville, Tennessee. It's got some nice, cozy farmhouses and stuff, as this part of the world tends to do, and makes me miss home because that's the I grew up. It wasn't really a farm. It was more of, I was surrounded by dairy farms, and so we lived on a nice piece of property that had horses, cows, sheep. We kept chickens, We were kind of a farm unto ourselves. We grew all our stuff for ourselves, and it wasn't for the mass market. We just raised our own livestock. And the only thing we didn't grow a garden. It took a little bit more effort. And raising animals was easy. So anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about trucking. My truck was empty. It took me exactly 42 minutes from the time of arrival till I was empty. And I actually got help folding up my lumber tarps. I was carrying 2x12s. They were 20, 18, and 10 feet long. It was 50,000 pounds of lumber. And you can always feel it when you're moving your truck, or trying to drive it anyway, that you have a lot of weight on. And I know there's, excuse me, I do apologize for those that offends. I know there's truck drivers out there that haul much more weight than 50,000 pounds, and I'm not trying to say I haul a lot of weight. I'm trying to say that this is a lot of weight for the truck that I carry, or that I drive. My typical loads are around 45,000 pounds. I think that's the average weight that I carry, is around 45,000. And every once in a while I hit the 50,000 pound mark. And there was one time where it was a lumber load. They actually had to take lumber off because I got weighed and it was over 80,000 pounds. So I had to take some lumber off in order to get me below the 80,000. So lumber loads, if you get one, those are the ones I'm always cautious about, because especially the bill of lading paperwork that I get often doesn't have weight. It'll have linear feet. It has nothing to do with the weight. So I mean, you're kind of guessing. In the sense, you have to almost go with what the shipper is putting on your deck, knowing that they are aware of the amount of weight that trucks can carry. So, but even then, when I know it's like, wow, this is a heavy load, I just go to a CAT scale. The company I work for, Maverick Transportation, they pay for all the CAT scale tickets. So I just go through a CAT scale, get weighed, and take my truck information in, and they enter it into their machine, and it's paid for. I don't have to exchange cash or anything. They just give me the weight ticket, and I'm like, oh, sweet, I'm good to go. Or, oh, wow, I'm overweight. I have to drive back to the facility and have them unload some stuff. I've never had to do that yet. It's always been, the one time when they took lumber off was because they had a scale at their facility that allowed truck drivers to get loaded and then weigh, because they want to haul as much wood as they can, because that saves, that's cost efficient for the people selling the lumber. And I understand it. So, I mean, I was maxed out, and they had a tarping machine for this particular place where I picked up this recent load of lumber. And so it made it fairly easy to get the tarps on, and having a person here who was, I'm pulling off bungees on one side, and all of a sudden I get around the edge of my truck and there's some stranger undoing bungees on the other side. And I assume he was a truck driver, but maybe he works here as a truck driver, because he seems to be helping everybody. So I'm not sure exactly what his situation is, but I appreciated it. He pulled off bungees, and then he said, "Hey, if you want to pull off your tarps right away, well, I'll help you fold them up." I was like, "Sweet," because lumber tarps take a while, because there's a lot of back and forth that you have to do, because you have to flip both sides, blah blah blah. Well, with another person, it takes like less than 30 seconds, so, which I greatly appreciated. But they did end up slightly wider than what I wanted, so it was very difficult to get them in the boxes. I wasn't gonna re-roll them, but I got them in there, safe and sound. They're not hurting anyway, but it was just not easy. Wasn't as easy as it usually is getting these lumber tarps put away. So we'll wait to see what we get next. It may take longer to get an assignment than it was to unload here. I don't know. We'll see what happens.